Hello everyone, welcome back to my Artsy Buttercup channel where I plan on sharing my art journey and the projects that I'm working on. And in today's video, you probably noticed that the background is very different, but I'm currently in London right now and it's currently raining, and I figured, well, I'm not doing anything, so why not film? And one thing I wanted to talk about was procrastination and the fear of failure. The reason why I wanted to talk about it is because for the past 2 weeks, I've noticed that I've been procrastinating, and I've been procrastinating on my art journey, like the process of my art journey. I've noticed that I've had a bunch of to-do lists that I keep pushing for the next day, but the to-do list keep living in the back of my head, and I know I'm procrastinating, but I couldn't get to the root of why I was procrastinating. And so so I took a few moments to research, why do people procrastinate? What's the root cause of it? So that way I can get to the root cause of my procrastination. And I'm here to share that with you guys. Um, so first, let's talk about, why do we procrastinate? We tend to procrastinate not because we are lazy or we like being a couch potato, but we tend to procrastinate are when we have to do something that feels big, a fear that it might not be done properly or perfectly or to our liking because it's something new, or we have a fear of it, I guess, not being how we want it to be. So basically, we are avoiding to do something that feels big, some things that feel too hard, and so we tend to push it so that way we deal with it later instead of handling it right then in the present. Um, but yeah, and it's crazy because the more we procrastinate, the more we keep pushing it, the more overwhelming it feels because we're still thinking about it and it still lives in the back of our head. Like for my case, I know that I needed to draw a project, like I needed to work on on my art project, but I was procrastinating because I guess I was scared that it wouldn't look perfect, because especially since I'm putting myself out there, I'm putting myself on YouTube to like a wide audience, and the fear of judgment is also part of it, like the fear of failure, because failing in public is very much a big fear of mine and a big fear of many people. But yeah, so what I've learned so far is to I've learned a few tips that I started implementing, that I'm implementing right now, which is breaking down the goal into smaller tasks. And then even the first task, if the first task still feels too big or too overwhelming, you can take that first task and break it down into even more smaller tasks. And that's what I ended up doing, and that's how I started filming. And my first task was actually filming a video, and I wanted to talk about something, and so that way I can have something scheduled. And so that was the goal. And then I decided to break it down into smaller tasks, which is writing down like what I wanted to talk about, doing the research. By breaking it into smaller tasks, I was able to make it easier for me to start, because if it's a small task, I'm like, you know what, why not start? Why not do this right now? And then once I started, I was able to move on to the next steps, and then to the next step, and then next thing you know, I'm here filming. But also, one of the reasons also I've learned that we procrastinate is because it's our brain's way of protecting us from discomfort. But the crazy thing is, by procrastinating, we are making it harder on ourselves, and we are making it more overwhelming for ourselves. So when you connect that with failure, we tend to think of, oh, what if it's not good enough? What if I'm not good enough? What if what I'm doing right now is for nothing, for no reason? And what if people are judging me and thinking that blah blah blah? Like, we have all these like negative thoughts, negative belief that, oh, we are not meant to succeed. But when you think about it, failure is part of the process. When you fail, you can see it as part of the process, part of uh, the journey. So what I've learned also is to embrace failure and look at it in a different lens. So instead of looking at it as the end result, see it as like feedback on how you can improve. So in my case, so if I post this video and I'm noticing that like something went wrong, or I don't like the way it look, it doesn't look perfect, blah blah blah, I can take that feedback, right, and I can implement it into my next video, so my next video can be better. Or I can take that feedback and I can implement it into my art, my drawing, so that way my drawing can be better for, next time. So instead of seeing failure as the end result, see it as a feedback tool, so that way it can be more empowering, more helpful, so you can use it as like a feedback to improve on whatever you're working on. It can be your music, your poetry, your, I don't know, your coding skills, or whatever you're learning, whatever you're trying. Like whenever you fail, just use it as like a feedback instead of like the end result. And then instead of also connecting it to who you are, to your values, just don't do that. Just use it as like a feedback, so that way you can improve and it's not attached to you. Another thing that I've learned, which I'm started implementing, is having hope. Like I'm putting myself out there. I know that what I'm doing is pretty good because I'm enjoying it. And be positive and be gentle with ourselves. Don't work on something and then say, oh, it's gonna be trash, it's gonna be bad. Like, no, like say it's gonna be good. It's like you put a ton of effort into it, so why can't it be good, right? Like people's gonna enjoy it. And if people not gonna enjoy it, then oh well, at least you enjoyed it, at least you enjoyed making it. And also learn to make things for yourself instead of making it for people. Like by making it for yourself, you helping other people. Like for example, me documenting my journey, I'm most likely helping some other people out there that's probably entering their odd journey, or that's probably entering whatever journey they are on right now. And same for me, when I'm watching those other videos that's helping me, they are talking about their process and they are sharing their process, so they can, by sharing something they love, and by sharing something they enjoy, and by sharing something for themselves, they are also helping others naturally. And being more positive is something that's very, very, very useful, that will take you so much further compared to being so negative with yourself. But yeah, those are very like general quick tips that I've learned, that I started implementing, that that I'm actually enjoying. And yeah, so now it stopped raining right now, so I'm probably gonna head to a coffee shop and draw, and you know soak up some of the London, I don't know, atmosphere. So some of the London's vibe. And I also wanted to say London is pretty fun. I don't like the weather. The weather is throwing me off a bit, but last night it was perfect weather. It wasn't raining, and we went out and it was nice. It was nice to see the diversity of age group going out enjoying life, because back in the States, when you go out, you see a bunch of like young kids, like people my age, like young adult, going out partying, be drunk. But in London, you see old people also be in the club, dancing, being drunk, and it's like it's fun seeing that. It's fun seeing like different age group enjoy life, um, and it's just a bubble of fun, which I love. I love seeing like drunk people, fun drunk people, and everybody's so nice. And yeah, but anyway, so I wanted to make this video and share with you guys what I'm learning and what I'm implementing, and take you guys along with me on my art journey. And I hope you found this video very helpful, and I hope you found some value in this video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video. Thank you.